What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of Elite Level Game. I, of course, am joined by the man, the myth, the legend of the LTR that is leading the relationship, Coach EO. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Studio's looking great.
Appreciate it.
We both got the nice green light, the money light going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's good to be back with you guys. Shout out to the chat room. We do want you guys to call in.
Yes.
Donovan will be telling you when that line is open.
That's right.
We got a good topic tonight, so call in with your questions.
Very, very, very good topic tonight. Something funny that just happened. So EO jumped into the StreamYard link, and I was rearranging my pictures just so I can, even when I'm doing like these shows where it's just me, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna show Kevin Samuels and Myron Gaines. I'm gonna show these motherfuckers I'm legit. And EO caught me. I was like, hell yeah, man, I want to show these motherfuckers I'm legit, man. So look,
I loved it. I loved it.
I'm trying to tell you, man, I didn't work this hard. I didn't work this hard to let these to let these motherfuckers think that I ain't legit. Fuck all that noise, right?
Right.
We got to be rubbing elbows with the big dogs. Okay, so side chicks versus main chicks. Now, what a lot of guys don't understand, what a lot of guys don't necessarily really know, is that you cannot have a side chick if you do not have a main chick. So what we are discussing tonight, we are going to discuss the difference between the girl that you are in a long-term committed relationship with and the bitch you're fucking on the side. Now, there are certain rules and regulations that one must follow to run proper side chick game. We'll get into that a little bit later. But EO, I want to get your initial thoughts on the main chick versus the side chick. What, in your opinion, are the main differences between the two, other than the obvious?
Yeah, well, I've done it both ways where I was honest about having a side chick, and I've been honest, and I was dishonest. So I've been on both sides of the coin.
Which works better for you?
Well, being dishonest in the beginning seems to work better, but
Okay.
there's always harsh consequences near the end. Well,
Right.
there doesn't always have to be. It depends on how you run it. I would say this. The side chick should always know she's a side chick.
Of course.
In my opinion, she should always know. I think a lot of guys start giving side chicks girlfriend, wife energy,
Yes.
which disrupts the whole dynamic. Okay. And that's one thing I've done before, where I had a main chick and then I would have side chicks, and some of the side chicks kind of, you get a little closer, they're texting you. And then I was younger in the game, so I didn't really, tell them, hey, you can't text me. We gotta have like an arrangement. We get together maybe twice a month on a Thursday or whatever, so it all has to be introduced by the man. But one thing you want to make sure is that the side chick knows that she can never take the place of your main chick.
Right.
That she can never take the place. You shouldn't text your side chick. You shouldn't ask your side chick how her day is going.
No.
There should really be no contact other than when the two of you are arranging to get together for whatever it is you do. Sometimes side chicks are there for sex. I would say the majority of the time, but sometimes your side chick is also like a little vacation from the norm.
Absolutely.
So it could be sex, but it also could be a neck massage.
There you go.
Sitting with a cool chick. A lot of the time your side chicks are just cool chicks. I'm not saying you don't bang them. I mean, you bang them, but a lot of the time it's just a nice vacation from the normal everyday living. So that's what I would just say off the bat is that having a side chick comes with you got to be a leader. You got to be responsible.
Of course.
You got to make sure she's not falling in love with you. That's real big thing.
Oh, boy.
I would always in the past have my side chicks would start to fall in love with me, but that was my fault because I allowed them to fall in love with me.
Right.
Whereas, if I were to have a side chick today, which, if I were to, I would make sure she don't fall in love with me.
Right.
I mean, even if you start to see that look in her eyes, like a guy has to be able to look at a woman and see, okay, that look right there was love.
Yes, that's
okay.
right. There you go.
Okay, I don't need her looking at me with that look of love. So I'll start with that.
I'm going to piggyback off of what you said. You absolutely positively, and it's difficult, because even though the side chick knows she's the side chick, that doesn't mean the side chick is not going to fall in love. And understand this, guys. The side chick never wants to be the side chick forever. The only time a man can have a sustainable side chick for months and years on end is if that side chick is married, because you might be the side dude, right? And to me, that's the best situation. The best situation for a man to have a side chick is for that side chick to be in a long-term cohabitating relationship or married, a relationship she can't just bounce out of without some sort of long-term collateral damage. In other words, she has to have skin in the game with the other guy. That's what keeps her. That's not going to keep her from falling in love, but what that will keep her from doing is entertaining crazy thoughts of, you know what, let's just run away. I mean, dude, I've had side chicks, oh, let's just run away and get married, and let's it gets crazy. Now, I would also bring this into the fray. The best way to, I don't want to say to avoid, but the best way to, how can I put this? The best way to slow down the process of your side chick possibly falling in love with you, it's really quite simple. The first thing is you never bang the side chick more than once a week. Every once in a while, you might bang her twice in 1 week, but in a 1 month period, bang the side chick 4 to 5 times. Never bang her twice in a week for more than in a calendar month. That's the first thing. The second thing, if it just so happens to be a week where you have free time to bang her more than once, never, ever, ever bang her more than 2 days, nights in a row. And number 3, this is the big one. Never, and I mean never, allow your side chick to spend the night. Do not spend the night with your side chick. Don't spend the night at her place. Don't spend the night at your place. Because what happens when you guys spend the night? You guys start to talk. You learn a little bit more about each other. You guys can, and this is human nature. The more time you spend with someone, the more you get to know about each other, the more you begin to care about that person. And side chick game is all about keeping those feelings at bay for as long as possible. The maximum, if your side piece is not in a relationship, the longest you should mess with that side piece is 2 months, 2.5 months at the very most. After that, cut her loose. Because every side chick that I have ever been involved with who was not in a relationship or was just just had a boyfriend that they didn't live with, every single one of those side chicks at one point or another angled to be my main chick. And they don't do it in, hey, would you like to leave your girlfriend? Oh no. They try to sabotage a relationship, texting you at all hours of the night, asking you to spend the night. If they know where you live, sometimes they'll show up. It really gets pretty hairy. So understand, and I agree, EO, you do not want your side chick falling in love with you. You definitely don't want to fall in love with your side chick. So if the best way to slow the process of either one of you catching feelings, bang her no more than once a week. Never ever bang her 2 days in a row. If you happen to have time to bang her 2 days in a row, never, ever, ever, ever. Number 3, do not spend the night with your side chick at your place, her place, hotel room. Airbnb, Motel 6, do not spend the night with your side chick. What are your thoughts on those?
You know what? I agree with you completely, and I always tell guys, don't even let a woman spend the night, even if you're single.
Oh no.
Until she becomes your girlfriend. I mean, there's certain things that she's going to have to earn along the way.
Yeah, like we said last week, the porta potty. She has to earn the bathroom.
I'm still laughing at that.
Right.
Yeah. So I remember one time I had a girl who I was in a relationship with, and she was actually putting me on game on how to cheat on her. This is no joke. Like she actually was telling me how to cheat on her. We were This is not a joke. This is a very unique experience. She knew I wasn't going to be faithful to her. She also knew that I was with like multiple women when she found me. It was pretty much a competition when we first met, which she did win for a short amount of time. She did kind of win me over with just her behavior and certain values she was bringing me at the time. So she caught me cheating on her multiple times. This was I was just cheating on her.
Sure.
And so she told me, she said, "Hey, the problem with you, I know you're going to be with other women, and I'm okay with that, but you got to be a little smarter when you're with
Yes.
other women because your
Yes.
side chicks are like falling in love with you." And she's like, "So this she, I swear to God, bro,
Man.
she was like putting me on
Put
game.
you up
I
on
cheat
game.
on her, man." And so she was like, so she told me, she said, "Hey, the best way for you to cheat on me, I swear to God," she said, "just go out one night after work, go sit at a bar,
There you go.
give the woman a fake name,
Oh my God.
tell her you're married, fuck her once,
Mm-mm-mm.
and then be done with her,
There
and
you
then
go.
repeat that a couple times a year." She was like, "Listen, just go to a bar, stop trying to build like rapport with women, because like I was a salesman, so I
Of
was so
course.
used to building
Of
rapport
course.
that I would just build rapport with people until then I perfected my game as well." So so she told me, she said, "Hey, I know you're not going to be with me, I know you're not, but as long
Right.
as I'm the number one, I'm happy." She said, "But what I suggest you do is you don't give them your number, you
Right.
don't give them your name, you fuck the shit out of her one time, get it out of your system, because I know you're alpha man." She says, "And then you come back to me and everything is good."
There you
So I
go, man.
swear to God, the girl told me that. So I would tell guys this: you're really better off just to fuck random sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, one and
That's
done.
right.
Call it like go to go out of town. Maybe if you're in some city traveling for business or whatever, you fuck a chick, and then you're done with her. So I would say, like you said, 2 months, 3 months tops,
Yeah.
because that's when feelings, especially if you're hitting it right, and
Oh my
she's like
God, dude.
enjoying your body,
Oh my
enjoying
goodness.
your masculinity,
Yes.
enjoying like your leadership, because even when you have a side chick, you're still leading it.
Of course.
Okay, so she
Absolutely.
could feel that energy and that power. She can feel that. So a woman's gonna have no choice. She's gonna if I fuck a girl more than 2-3 times, she's
Uh-huh.
gonna start craving me,
Of
man.
course.
History shows this. And I'm not a lousy lover. Like it's just not in my blood to fuck a chick, get my rocks off and say, "All right, I'm out of here." Like
Yeah, that's
I'm
me. I'm that dude.
I'm too dominant for that.
Okay.
So if I fuck somebody, I'm gonna fuck them for hours on end.
Okay.
And because if I'm gonna fuck you, I'm gonna really fuck you. Okay, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna either I'm all in or I'm not in at all. So
See, I'm
and
one of those
that's kind of
half-ass
a
lovers.
downside. Yeah.
I'm one of the
Yeah.
I'm a very, very selfish. As soon as I get my rocks off, I'm like, all right, well, I got to be going. But the interesting thing is
Yeah.
I've never girls don't really complain about the fact that I'm a wham bam, thank you ma'am type of guy. Listen, man, I fucked, dude. I remember for a time, I really, really worked on building up my stamina, my Kegels and supplements, and dude. It got to a point. It was great to last long in bed, but it got to a point where I'm fucking a girl for 45 minutes and I could not blow my load. And as awesome as that is, and she's fucking squirting all over the place, I'm like, yo, I gotta get my fucking rocks off. I'm not trying to have a heart attack trying to bust the nut. So there are upsides and downsides, but I guess that's one of the main differences between me and you. I just don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm too arrogant to do that.
Okay,
I'm
that makes
very
sense.
arrogant. So, and I just think I'm so arrogant that I want to like master everything that I do.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if I'm gonna fuck to the best of my ability.
Okay. All right.
But the downside to doing that, is, it's like Jordan. If he's gonna play golf, he's gonna try to beat everybody. If he's gonna play poker, it's just like a
Yeah.
killer instinct that you just want to win. But at the same time, there's a consequence to that, which is if you don't call it quits early,
Yes.
that's when women fall in love with you. That's when they want more of you, and that's problematic. So I would tell guys out there, if you're like a successful man, sharp, well dressed,
Yep.
well liked by the ladies, and if you got yourself a good woman, let me say this before I go there real quick.
Okay.
Donovan.
Yeah. Go ahead.
When I was younger, clearly I wanted my assortment of women.
Of course.
Variety. What is it? The variety is the spice of life.
Right.
So, but now as I've gotten older and I've had sex with hundreds of women and kind of gotten my fix out of women, I know what comes with a woman, which is not much unless I want it to be much.
Okay.
Like not much is coming from a woman unless I extract it.
Gotcha.
I
That
already
makes
know
sense.
she ain't bringing me much.
Okay.
So now my variety and my little side chick is my money.
Okay.
So now I want like side chicks of money. I want money in that bank.
There you
money in
go.
that bank.
There
money
it is.
So as you get older, hopefully, guys, you do have enough sex that you see that it's it's really not worth going crazy
No,
for it.
it's
So
not.
then eventually you exchange the desire for women for the desire for power, success, and legacy. And then so your emphasis becomes, all right, I want to have 5, 6, 7 sources of income. And that's a huge turn on for a man as you get older.
Absolutely. Jay Blaze, on the Sharp Stream side, he's making fun of my Sixers. He said Philadelphia Sixers blue. He's more committed than more committed than Ben Simmons. Yeah, we got to get him up out of here. I don't know what it is with all of these, dude. Lane Johnson missed 2 days because of personal problems. We found out it was a mental illness, anxiety. Ben Simmons has emotional, dude. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be insensitive,
Yeah.
but shout out to Damian Hanma and Jay Blaze 11 over on the Sharp Stream side. It's interesting that your girl, and we're going to open up the phone lines here within the next 10-15 minutes. I have what I call the 10 side chick commandments. Now, before I get into these 10 side chick commandments, and I want to make this very, very clear. The difference between a man who loves his girl and a man who does not really love or care about his girl is, if you love your girl, if you really do care about her, a man who cares about his woman, his main chick, will not let her ever find out about the side chicks. If you don't give a shit about your main chick, then you're kind of sloppy with your side chicks. Also, now, there are side chick commandments, but there are I want to say 4 or 5 side chick rules. Now, this is according to, now your woman doesn't have to give you these rules, but if you want a peaceful home, because again EO, your woman knows that if a woman is with a high caliber man, she knows he's getting sexual attention from women. And dude, the vast majority of women are okay with it as long as she doesn't find out about it. You don't fuck her at your house. You don't bring home any STDs. You don't get her pregnant, and you don't tell her about it. That's it. Listen, man, keep it clean, keep it neat. I don't want to see it, smell it, taste it. I don't want paternity tests. I don't want some fucking bitch at my door, talking about, I've had his kid. Listen, just be responsible. Wrap your cock. Don't let her. I mean, and we'll get into the 10 side chick commandments. But those are the main differences between the main chick and the side chick. I would also submit to you, EO, and I'll get your opinion on this before we go into the commandments. Sex with a side chick is often better than sex with your main chick. What say you?
Yeah, well, it's because it's deceitful. It can be
Yep.
deceitful.
Okay.
And usually
Okay.
deceitful acts are more alluring.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that you hide, it's kind of exciting.
Drinking
It's not that
underage,
the
right?
Pussy, yeah, it's not that the pussy's better. It's just that what you're doing is kind of deceitful. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it can be. But at the same time, there was something that I wanted to say here that was really important. Oh yeah, the best way, again, having a side chick, in my opinion, now for me. If I were to go out and let's say I'm out at doing a speech, I'm at the CME2 or I'm
Okay.
at Champion Game seminar, I'm having
Okay.
my own seminar. Let's just say, for example, there's a girl. Okay, I'm gonna tell her flat out, look, I'm involved. I got a woman. Okay. However, if you want a piece of me tonight, if this is what I wanted to do,
Mhm.
if she's clearly showing interest, she's sexually attracted to me, it's Coach EO.
Sure.
I want to know what this guy's body looks like. Whatever. You know how women think.
Course,
They
of
want
course.
they want you because
They want
everybody
the
wants you.
answers.
Nobody
Yep.
want if nobody wants you,
Nobody
the women
wants
don't
you.
want you.
Right.
If everybody wants you, now she wants you.
Of course.
So I would just tell her flat out, hey, there's no chance of you ever seeing me again. This is it. So
This
it's
is a
one and
one-time
done.
deal.
Are you in? So that's what I would do. Now back in the day, I was fucking everybody getting caught dismantling doorbells and shit.
Oh
turning
my
all the
God,
lights
dude.
off. I used to fuck chicks with all the lights off, bro.
Bruh.
Like
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
it was crazy. Like I used to
Yo.
fuck chicks with candles on, and
Man.
it wasn't for romance.
No,
for
it
a
was
little bit of
no.
extra light. So but now if I was, I would just tell the woman flat out, hey, you got no shot at ever seeing me again. This is one and done. You want to get your brains fucked out tonight. We're leaving right now, and
Okay.
that's it. And she wouldn't see me again.
Right. There you go. Okay. All right. Very good. I like that attitude. I guess one of the great things, or one of the advantages about side chicks, is that, especially when you have the time for a side chick, you don't have to be, and we always say this, never stop sourcing girls. But When you have a main chick and a side chick, okay, you're getting about as much sex as one man probably needs to maybe put sourcing girls on the back burner for a little while. So, and again, if you're trying to, and again, just because you have a side chick, and I know that there are going to be people in the comments talking about, well, you shouldn't fuck girls with boyfriends, you shouldn't fuck married chicks, you shouldn't cheat on your girl. This ain't the show for you, because guess what? If a woman wants to cheat, she's going to cheat, and if you're not going to cheat with her, she's going to find somebody else. So you not banging a wife or a girlfriend who's looking to get dicked down by someone other than her boyfriend or wife, that doesn't make you a good person for not banging her. Okay, so she didn't cheat with you, she's going to cheat with somebody else, so it may as well be you. Also,
you know what, Donovan?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I'll go after you. No, I'll go after you. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to end it with this. There's no morality in sex. Like, there's just not. The Bible says that no disrespect to the Christians out there, but sex is just sex. And I know I'm saying this from a male perspective, but this is why we say men don't cheat. We exercise options. Go ahead, EO. You got it.
No, I agree. I want to tell these guys something in case they're inexperienced.
Okay.
There were so many women back in my 20s that I fucked 1 week before they got married.
Oh, dude.
Like,
oh,
I'm
my
talking,
God, of course.
these women would reach out to me.
Yep.
Like, I mean, like, if you guys don't understand how ruthless women are.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I know Donovan does, guys like us, we know.
Course.
But these women are ruthless, man. They would tell me, hey, I'm getting married next week.
Listen, real quick. Dude, I lived in Vegas. You know what I mean? I have fucked so many fucking fiancés, getting married tomorrow, got married yesterday. These bitches they're ruthless. You're right. Go ahead. I just wanted to make sure I get that out there.
And let me say this. These women are doing everything for me.
Yep.
Just know this right now. Like, I'm not bragging. I'm just giving you
this is the facts.
Just rewinding and telling you the facts. They're swallowing. They're screaming. They're begging. They're on their knees. It's incredible what these women are willing to do right before they get married. So I'm just letting you know. Women are ruthless. You need to know this when you're out in the dating game. Make sure you do everything on your terms. Fuck what they think. I really do mean this. And but at the end of the day, there has to be a certain honor code as a man, like your own honor code, not necessarily honoring their marriage,
sure,
but your own honor code. So if you come to a point like me now, I'll never fuck a married woman. I don't want to.
Okay.
I've had offers. I just don't want to fuck a married woman.
Sure.
It's just a certain honor code to me. It's not so much about her simp husband or a beta husband or whatever. It's just a decision that I made for myself. I'm never gonna fuck a married woman.
Absolutely, you're a better man than me. I'm just, and I say that in jest, but dude, I don't know. Call me, I don't know. To me, there's no. And it's weird, man, because I guess the reason why I'm ruthless is because I know that women are ruthless. Number one. Number two, if Devin were to go out and cheat on me, I wouldn't be pissed at the guy. I wouldn't be pissed at him. He's just being a man. No. She'd be the one getting kicked to the fucking curb, right? A lot of men displace their anger in infidelity situations on the man. There was one dating show that I broke down, Temptation Island, season 1. There's a tall, good-looking guy named Evan, had a not-so-good-looking girlfriend. Well, Evan's dad was a player. He cheated on his mom all the time and this and that. Well, one woman he cheated with had a husband, and the husband ended up killing his father. He didn't kill his wife, he killed the dad. Now he's in prison, and now his wife and his kids are without, basically took husbands from both families. His anger was displaced. And I think the reason why men displace their anger towards other men is because they're afraid to be pissed off at their woman. They're still pissed off at their woman, but somebody has to pay. And men simply do not have the guts to say, you are a fucking slut, you're out of here. My problem's not with him.
You know what it is?
What is it?
It is, Donovan. He wants to still salvage that relationship.
Yeah. Yes.
He still wants to be with that motherfucker.
That's right.
Bro. Like, that's the truth.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Because look, if your woman is dishonorable to you, really in any way, like if she's just dishonorable to you, and you gotta get rid of her.
Yes.
Whether you want to or not, whether you love that pussy or not. At being a man, you gotta let things go sometimes. So I think the problem is they put that anger out onto the man, and it's misplaced. He doesn't want to get rid of her. That's the honest to God truth.
That's it.
He's gonna take her back.
Wow, it's a good point.
Rationalize it.
Yep.
That's what he's not.
He took advantage of her in a weak moment. He'd rather who?
He'd rather fight the guy,
right,
than get rid of her.
Unbelievable. because it's a lot easier to fight the guy than to get rid of her. Guys are losers. Jay Blaze says, I respect Lane Johnson. He was honest. It is what it is. Now, I would never say what I just said to his face, so I guess I shouldn't have said that because Lane Johnson would pound me into next week. Jay Blaze on the Sharp Stream site also says they're worried he can't get another girl. Absolutely. There was one. Oh, Dalton Turner on the YouTube site says, if I had 100 of the most beautiful women at the same time, I wouldn't have enough energy to get past two. It's not everything. Right. Dalton speaks like a man who has had plenty of sex, or he's just a little older. Don't get me wrong, I love pussy as much as anybody out there, but I don't live for pussy now at 44 as much as I did when I was 24. I think that's probably one of the many reasons I decided to settle down. Okay, so let's quickly get into the 10 side chick commandments. I'm going to get your thoughts on each one of these, whether you agree, disagree, add or subtract to it. Commandment number 1 of the 10 side chick commandments. Commandment number 1, never meet her in town. To me, this is non-negotiable, okay? Meeting your side chick anywhere close to where either of you lives, no matter how large the city, guys, that's a huge mistake, okay? The reason why is because you run the risk of running into someone really either one of you knows. And if that happens, it's a mathematical certainty that it will get back to your main chick, her husband or boyfriend, if she has one. And really, things only get worse from there. So always meet up with her a town or 2 or 3 over. Never let her ride in your car. Okay. Side chicks are notorious for sabotaging relationships, guys, especially when they want that number 1 spot. They start to catch feelings. And allowing her to ride shotgun with you, this is the way they do this. Show up in separate cars, make sure she understands that this is an ironclad rule in your arrangement and that any deviation will result in the end of your affair. EO, your thoughts.
There's nothing else to add to that. I mean, I completely agree with that because I don't, I've been saying this for the longest time. I don't let women in my car anyway. Okay. I mean, barely, my main girl barely gets in my car. So a side chick's gonna get in my car.
Fuck that.
So yeah, I completely agree. It can't be too close.
No.
It's got to be a couple towns over. It's a little bit of extra work, sure, but you should be guiding it anyway. See, you should be already 2 weeks out anyway, like on your schedule.
There you go. There you go.
You should. Yeah, you should already know it's 11/13 right now. You should already know you're gonna fuck her December 1st.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like it shouldn't just be like, damn, I'm horny, I want to fuck Betsy. Like it doesn't work that way.
Right.
A man's on a schedule, so you should already know, and Betsy should already know that the two of you are gonna meet up at the La Quinta, $69.99 during the day, or
there
the
it is.
Sybaris. You meet her at the Sybaris. There's a Sybaris here in Illinois, so you can meet her at like lunch hours.
There you go.
11:30 to 3:30. Mm-hmm. Take her ass on a slide, make you bartend for you, make some drinks, fuck her a couple times, and then you'll see her in a month.
There it is.
That's the way it has to be.
If you don't have a schedule, that's where mistakes can happen, guys. And again, this is a side chick. This isn't a chick that. See, and again, I want to make clear for those of you who are just joining us, you cannot have a side chick if you do not have a main chick. If you're fucking 3 bitches, you have 3 bitches in your rotation. If you have a relationship, in other words, you and your girl are both under the impression that you guys are committed to each other and you're fucking someone on the side, that is a side chick. Commandment number 2. Now you might have a slight disagreement with this because I think you mentioned this a little bit earlier. Commandment number 2, no dates. Okay, now here's what I mean. Going out for dinners, going out for movies, anything that resembles a date is off limits. Now, the reason that there are no dates is you do not want the side chick getting the idea that you might actually care about her. Okay, guys, this arrangement isn't about romance. It's not about feelings. It's about fucking. That's it. Anytime she suggests going out, tell her that the two of you are ordering out or renting a movie. We're going to Netflix and chill. Not only does this keep her in check with regards to the status of your arrangement, this minimizes any risk of being seen in public together. Okay. Now, if she objects, she's like, well, you know what? If we can't go out, if we can't, go to Outback or the movies, then I'm out. Guys, cancel the meetup. Okay. And again, now I'll tell you this. I've had to do this with nearly every side chick I've banged. Like, dude, almost every side chick I have banged at some point wanted me to take her out. And I cancel the meetup. Now, half the time I cancel the meetup, they fall in. The other half of the time, they stop calling. They don't want to come around anymore. that's the way it goes, man. EO, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I agree with that. I will tell guys to make sure that your side chick is heavily sexually attracted to you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, because if she's not, if she's, let's say she's okay on this in the sexual attraction department, but she likes the fact that you're like a businessman, or she likes the
Okay.
fact that she maybe you revealed a couple of things,
Right.
which you probably shouldn't. But I mean, if you talk a little bit, hey, this is kind of what I do or whatever. This is the industry I'm in. Okay, so
Okay.
she could put two and two together.
Right,
All
of
right, he's
course.
a broker, he's a lawyer, he's an attorney, whatever.
Yeah.
So try to fuck women that are so sexually attracted to you that they're pretty much going to go with your flow on everything.
Okay.
See, I've had side chicks that wouldn't even dare ask me, "Are we going out?" Like they wouldn't even dare, because she's lucky to have me.
That's
she
right.
knows that.
That's right.
And she feels very lucky to even have me look at her. So make sure that these women are so into you physically and sexually, and they're just, that's really all they want. They're like, I mean, whatever you want, that's what they want. If you notice your side chick is campaigning for little extras, little luxuries here and there, I think you have to dismiss her immediately.
The reason this commandment is in here for me is because I've made that mistake. Okay. I've made that mistake of taking side chicks out on dates. That's how you get caught. That's how feelings get, dude. Oh my God. So you take a side chick out on a date, and again, like, feelings start to get involved. Either she catches feelings, or I catch feelings, or her boyfriend finds out, or whoever I'm dating at the time finds out. No dates. And the reason and guys, all 10 of these commandments, I have broken all of these 10 commandments, and that's why they're the commandments. The third commandment, the third side chick commandment: do not fuck your co-workers. Now, the pitfalls here are obvious, but the main reason is that she could end your employment rather easily by filing a sexual harassment claim against you when and if things go sour. And even if she didn't, she's going to know, actually, you'd both know that she'll have that ace up her sleeve that she can really deploy at her discretion. Understand this, guys. Office romances rarely stay under wraps, if ever. Everybody finds out about it at some point. Messing with a woman who voluntarily plays second fiddle to another woman, your main chick, that's playing with fire as it is. Fucking your coworkers, guys, that is asking for a world of hurt. Any man who swims, I guess, in these treacherous water, guys, you deserve what you get, okay? The warnings have been drilled into our skulls since we were old enough to sign a W-2, in the form of the adage, never mix business with pleasure. And I'm going to tell you a story. I'll tell you a quick story, man. When I first got to Vegas, dude, I worked at a call center selling cell phones.
I can hear you, Donovan. I'm just gonna run.
Okay, no, you're good. You're good. So I sold cell phones, and I was so good at this. I was making $15 an hour plus overtime plus commission. My bonus, dude, my very first bonus after my first month, $8,500. The next month it was a little soft, $6,000. But dude, I always made $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 in commission. This is how good I was. My supervisor was a Mexican guy. His name is Eli. I think I can probably. He was a Mexican guy. His name was Eli. I don't think I'm giving too much proprietary information, but he was originally from Mexico, spoke perfect English. Well, he moved to America. He moved to America with a wife and kids, got this job with this awesome company, moved to Vegas. Well, he started fucking with one of these sales girls. And she was hot. Her name was Holly, and dude, she had blonde hair. Apparently she was a switch hitter. She was a Les Beyond, right? And of course she converted for Eli. So her and Eli are having this affair. Well, they were in this full-blown affair. Dude, Eli actually called me up. He was like, yo, Alex. He's like, I had just gotten I wasn't living in my Vegas high-rise at South Las Vegas Boulevard, but I had it was a little rinky-dink apartment out in Henderson. He's like, yo, Donovan, like, how much is it? Or my name's Alex. He said, Alex, how much is it to rent an apartment out there? I was like, what, $785 a month? And I'm like, why do you ask? He's like, dude, like, Maria, that's probably not his wife's name. He's like, Maria almost found out about Holly. I was like, fam, That's what you got to do. So this was like a real relationship. Eli started fucking another chick on the floor. So he was married and he had 2 side pieces. And side piece number 1, that was almost like a relationship. Like he bought this bitch Christmas presents, like he bought her like a Coach bag. It was crazy. Oh my, it was crazy. Anyway, to make a very, very long story very, very short, side chick number 1, Holly, starts mean mugging side chick number 2. I forgot what her name is. And so side chick number 2 goes to human resources and says, I'm being harassed by Holly and Eli. She says, I'm being sexually harassed by Eli and I'm being harassed by Holly. So human resources shoots it up the ladder. His supervisor, Dale, he was second in command. Dale and Eli were very, very, very good friends. Dale covered for Eli. He covered for Eli, not understanding what the dynamics were. Dale is making $250,000 per year. Eli was probably making close to that. So what did side chick number 2 do? She went all the way up the ladder. Guess what? Eli, side chick number 1, side chick number 2, and Dale were all terminated. All terminated. The only, and again, all of these people could have had their jobs had Eli kept his dick in his pants. If he just keeps fucking Holly, things are probably okay. Now, to this day, last I checked, he is actually still with Holly, since divorced his wife, and his wife is pissed because Holly is a blonde white girl, and it's just the typical thing, right? It is what it is. But the point is, man, is that Eli got sloppy, and it's one thing to get sloppy with bitches who are out and about. It is quite another to be messy with a co-workers plural, and it ended up costing him a really good job. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Yeah, I've seen this happen too, so I completely agree with you. Another thing, a part B to this that I'm going to tell men to do is don't even party with your coworkers.
No, oh my
especially,
God.
Especially if you're a player. Now, if you have game,
Jesus.
which I would imagine anybody watching this is trying to learn game and trying to learn how to be good with women, could be just to be a man. Your coworkers are not good with women. Okay, even if they think they are, they're not. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
the second the word gets around about you, let's say you guys are out having beers, you leave with another woman, that motherfucker's gonna go tell everybody, and that's gonna do something to your reputation.
Yes.
I want you to know. At the workplace, it's not good to have a womanizer reputation.
No.
At the workplace, a lot of guys think.
No.
I've heard guys say that it is. It's not.
Listen,
Okay?
I'll let you finish. It's good. It's you're 100% right. The only advantage having a womanizer reputation at work has is that all the bitches want to fuck you. But again, mixing business with pleasure. Right.
Right.
Eli,
Right.
same deal. I'm sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to point that out.
No, he's right, and so I would rather women not. I don't want anybody to know anything about me. If I don't plan on ever going back out to the corporate world again. I plan on working for myself.
Yeah, fuck that noise. I couldn't do it
here.
I'm like an OnlyFans girl. I can't go back to the office,
man. right. And so, but for those of you that are working for corporations or different companies, I don't suggest you party with your coworkers. I don't suggest you share your stories with coworkers, what you did the night before, who you slammed, how much you drank. These motherfuckers are haters.
Yep.
And they'll do anything to make to put a dent in your reputation. So
Real
I just
talk.
want to tell guys that don't party with your coworkers. They're probably all beta males. Truth be told. And so the less people know about you at your job, the better.
Not only that, I think the best piece of advice that you just gave about not having a womanizing reputation, it's not the women you got to watch out for. It's the men. And I've said that, listen, I've said this on this very platform many, many times. If a man is not good with women, he cannot be trusted. He will stab you in the back every single time, especially if he is a coworker. If you're getting pussy at work and he can't, especially if you're fucking a girl he's trying to bang, dude, whatever anybody says about you, he will lie to HR, be like, yeah, I saw him grab her ass in the coffee room and he's harassing girls in the lunchroom. It never ever works out well, man. Ever.
Especially if you're dominant and you win sales contests and you're
Oh,
like the number one
dude.
salesperson, boy, they want you out
Oh
of
my
there.
God.
They want you
Dude, they
out of
want you
there. So don't give
gone.
them,
Dude,
yeah, don't give them
you're
any
taking all the
ammunition.
money and the fucking women. No, they can't have you around, bruh. No,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
No, sir. Commandment number 4. This is actually advice that your girl put you up on before then. REI 12 figures, $5. So shout out to the best yin yang duo on YouTube. Appreciate the game, gentlemen. Value for value. Appreciate that. Dalton Turner has been a member for 2 months. Says, thank you for helping younger men navigate. I'm 27. That's the one thing that I was really concerned about. I was like, well, Eo and I are both in our 40s. Does our message, does it hold up? Will younger men listen to what we have to say? The answer is an emphatic yes. So I'm glad that the younger guys are tuning into this. We made all these mistakes, so you don't have to. Commandment number 4, as Stephen White says, the snitching will be over 9,000. You're right about that. Use a fake name. Now, this isn't always possible, but me personally, I think it's a good practice to get into. And the reason why I say this is because oh my God, Donovan was actually the fake name that I used to use all the time when I knew I was going to fuck these, bitches more than once. Dude, I fuck bitches from Norway, Argentina, dude, girls from around the world. What is your name? My name's Donovan. I'm hung like horse. Anyway, using a fake name makes it very difficult for these bitches to stalk you. Right. For example, on Facebook, if she knows where you are on Facebook, she can get familiar with the names and faces of your friends and family. Right. She can dig into your personal life or anything else that she might try to do when she starts catching feelings and begins, I don't know, maybe entertaining thoughts of a long-term relationship with you. The less she knows about your identity, the more easily you can disappear when the time comes. Now, a lot of guys probably ask, it smells like Devin better not be making chocolate chip cookies downstairs. I'll be really mad. So how would you keep her from finding your name? Easy. She doesn't have access to your ID or your Facebook or social media, right? She's not looking at your credit cards, guys. Another pro tip I talked about earlier, never let her ride in your car, right? She can look in your glove box and get all of your information. Also, hairs can be left, earrings, lipstick on purpose. Another reason why you don't let her ride in your car is she could run your plates, but why would she have reason to? Be confident when you tell her your name is Donovan and you're good. Like I said, a lot of the girls that I banged in Vegas, they don't know me as Alex. They know me as Donovan. Those are the side chicks. And it was funny. A buddy of mine in Vegas, we used to run through bitches all the time. His name was Troy, right? And we used to run in the same circles. But he tells bitches, the side bitches, his name is Tony. So when I see girls, hey, have you heard from Tony? I'm like, okay, this is side bitch. No, I actually haven't heard from Tony in a while. But if she says, hey, have you heard from Troy? Oh, yeah, he was looking for you. And I text Troy, Michelle is looking for you. Also, here is another pro tip. A cheap, throwaway, prepaid phone, flip phone, it comes in handy. You can get the service put in whatever name you choose, which further throws her off the scent and reduces her accessibility to you, so long as this is the only number she has to reach you. Do you think that's doing too much, or should that be necessary? What are your thoughts on something like that?
Okay, I could see those decisions being made when you're young in the game. But as you get more confident in yourself, then you're gonna do. I used to do that shit too. I used to give them nicknames. I would even encourage them to give me nicknames.
Yes.
So one thing you should do is tell a woman like, hey, don't tell me your real name. Give me a nickname.
There you go.
And so you're kind of setting the tone for it to be nothing substantial. And another thing I would tell guys, because social media is so prevalent now, everybody says, what's your Instagram? Are you on Snap and all this shit? Just tell women no.
Yep.
Just say, hey, listen,
right.
That's not my thing. I don't do that. If you want to get at me, there's only one way to get at me, and it's like this, and whatever like this is. So I will tell you guys that as you get more mature in the game, pretty much just give women one option.
Okay.
This is what it is, and it's only going to be conducted this way. Are you in or are you out? Now, a lot of women are going to be out, so you got to be prepared for that.
Of course.
But some women are going to be in. And so
That's
you'll
right.
have a good situation with the women that are in.
I guess I should have mentioned this before, but anybody who follows me on Instagram, you guys have seen, you guys have seen a lot of the text conversations that I have posted from girls that I have messed with in the past. Another pro tip to sort of keep yourself from catching feelings is to don't put her real name in your phone. Instead, give her a nickname. I'm actually here's one. This one right here that I'm putting on the screen. This is from a girl that I used to bang. Her name was Luce. She lived in Indian Springs. I met her at Senior Frogs. She had a boyfriend at the time. Long story. Check my YouTube. But the nickname that I gave her was Hot and Sweet Big Tits. I didn't put her name. I didn't put Luce in there because I didn't want to give her a name. It's almost like if you're a farmer and you're raising chickens or cows for the slaughter, you don't name the chickens or cows. Betsy's going to the slaughter today. No, because that gives you an emotional attachment. Great ass, fake tits, blowjob queen, loves to swallow, lives for anal. I mean, and I'm being dead serious. I even do this, and this is funny. I even do this with Dev. Now, obviously, Devin is my girlfriend, but as you can see here, I mean, there's a picture of her ass. Like, I objectify my girlfriend. I objectify my girlfriend even with the contact in her phone. So when you give these girls nicknames instead of putting her name in the phone, this is another way to insulate yourself from catching feelings. Anything to add to that?
Man, yes, and I would give them nicknames too, but they would be like completely different. Like I would have like Brown's Chicken.
Okay.
I wouldn't even give them like descriptions. It would be like Bob Shrimp. Like I swear, but it would be like, if her name was like Brittany, I would come up with a name that represented the first letter in her name.
Right.
So if it was Brittany, it would be like Bob Shrimp.
Right.
Same concept, but I went a little bit deeper. I would give them like department store names and shit.
Oh my God. I'm being told that Olivia, I guess Olivia's mother dropped her off. I guess she's going out tonight. Olivia's downstairs making brownies. So I'm going to have to school Olivia and let her know not to be making tasty goodness at the Sharp family compound. Jashawn Harris with the $5 super chat says, just tricking on my favorite YouTubers. These motherfuckers spitting. That man EO stay sharp, pun intended. I'm 28. Y'all definitely helping us youngins. Good. Very good.
Appreciate that.
This is funny. King Life says her nickname Settings. That's a good one. Yeah. There was another one. Oh, yeah, Devin. She didn't know my real
airdrop.
Yes, yeah. Airdrop system preferences, right? File, edit. I'm telling you, man. Devin, she didn't know my name, I think, for the first 6 months we were talking. And the only reason why I told her my name is because she said, hey, you want to go to Hawaii? And I said, if you're paying, I'm playing. Well, I had to give her my real information so that she could book everything. But even then, Devin thought my name was Donovan. Or she knew it wasn't Donovan, but she did not know my real name for a while because I was dating another chick and seeing her on the side. I wasn't really dating Chrissy. I was just banging her, but oh my God, that's a whole other story. Commandment number 5. We're going to open up the phone lines here very shortly. Commandment number 5. Never, and I mean never, tell her where you live or where you work. I don't want to get too much into the story. I don't want this to drag on, but a coworker of mine, a while back, actually, this is before I moved. This is actually when I lived in Raleigh. He broke this particular rule. He was banging some chick, and I guess she found out that he had lied to her. I guess he told her that he wasn't married. He was. And so what she did is she went and she keyed a bunch of cars and she spray painted a bunch of cars in the parking lot, sprayed his name on all the cars. That way, all of the coworkers would know that he was the one that caused it, that he caused it. And here's the thing, man. We all knew he was fucking her because the bitch would come and pick him up for lunch. Like sometimes she just showed up at random and he just didn't seem to have a problem with it. Maybe because he knew his wife would never know. But anyway, she eventually found out. She destroyed his car. Dude, destroyed his car. Busted out the windshield, broke the mirrors off, keyed the shit out of his car and, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 other cars, and spray painted his name on other people's cars. So now he's responsible for all the damage. His insurance company had to cover all of that. And my guess is that they probably didn't. Gentlemen, telling your side chick where you work is a huge mistake. Would you like to know why? Because women do not handle rejection well. If you tell her where you live, that's an even bigger mistake. She could just show up at any time. And if she knows where you live or where you work, this gives her leverage. Okay? A side chick that has leverage will destroy your life. Listen, I'm here to tell you, never, ever, 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 ever tell a side bitch where you live or where you work. EO, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with that. And to that guy you were mentioning there, he was just lying to her. Like, he was lying to her too much.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. I mean, you can't.
She thought she was the main chick.
Side chick. Yeah, and he was trying to have 2 main chicks. And look, I'm not gonna frown upon that, because I've done that before. I've had like 3 main chicks at one time.
Oh, dude, I don't have that kind of skill. I don't have that kind of skill.
Yeah, I mean, and on top of it, I was working like bell to bell, like working all day, like and managing like.
How the hell did you sleep, man?
I didn't.
God damn.
That's why I'm in bed by like 9:30, 10 o'clock now.
Hell yeah.
For years past. So
God damn.
I would just tell guys this, like, women only act out, or women generally, not only, do women generally act out when you lie to them.
Yes.
Like, that's the truth.
Yep.
That's the truth. Women can handle the truth. Just give it to them. They may not like it. They may need to process it a little bit. And they may even reject your truth altogether. But I'd rather you get a side chick or get some side action on the truth than trying to manage lies, because it's always going to backfire. So it's just, I think guys are afraid to lose out on the pussy. And the second thing is they actually start falling for the side chick.
Ooh.
They fall for the side chick, and that's a bad thing. You can't do. You cannot fall for a side chick. You can't.
No.
You cannot do it.
That will destroy your life. I'm going to ban everybody on the Sharp Stream side because they're putting in gifts of cookies and brownies. Fuck you guys. All of you are banned, hypothetically speaking. Commandment number 6, always use protection. Guys, now, here's the thing, dude. One would think that I shouldn't have to put this on the list, but believe it or not, there are a lot of idiots out here raw dogging their fucking side chicks. Guys, things get messy if she decides to carry the pregnancy to term. Paternity testing drama, child support hearings, awkward visitation, complications with custody arrangements, the list goes on and on. Not to mention your kid possibly being raised by her slutty ass and whatever, beta schlub she cons into wifing her up. Not to mention that the kid's paternity would be in question. Gentlemen, it's bad news to knock up a random, but impregnating another man's wife, that will complicate your life like nothing else. So unless you're shooting blanks, wrap your fucking cock. Your thoughts, EO.
There's nothing else to add to that.
Jesus
Christ. It's also important to find out how fertile these women are. Like,
that's right.
Like, if you're gonna fuck a chick and she's, this is gonna sound kind of sloppy, but let's just say there's a single mother out there that has 2 kids.
Yeah, right.
But you still want to fuck her for some reason.
Sure.
You got to take that into consideration. This is a fertile woman. She pops out kids. Like,
Jesus
like
Christ.
you might have to pass on that shit.
Yeah, you look at her, she gets pregnant.
Yeah, I mean, you have to pass. You have to make these. These are serious decisions. So anytime you fuck somebody, there's a chance for pregnancy with or without a condom. But clearly, with one, your chances are better not to knock her up. So, but yes, couldn't agree more.
Very good.
Please wear a condom. Please.
Dude, wrap up. Please wrap your dick. Commandment number.
And also turn those condoms out. Don't use the same condom.
Yes.
Like you have like 5 with you.
Yes.
Just in case.
Yes.
Because there's been times I can feel the condom break. I'm like, oh shit, I can feel that pussy. It feels different. So pull out.
Yes.
Put a condom on and start banging it.
Do not nut in these O's, guys. Commandment number 7: do not get attached. Now, before you guys hit me with the, before you Captain Obviouses hit me with the, well, of course not. This is not as easy as you may think, okay? Like I said earlier in the show, the sex you have with side chicks will be some of the best you'll ever experience, okay? And I'm telling you right now, dick-deprived women, especially married women who are dick-deprived, they're experimental, they're insatiable, and every kind of debaucherous adjective in between. She'll dress as slutty as you tell her to, and she'll channel her inner porn starlet that's been begging to surface since she got married. Believe me when I tell you, having made this mistake and experience before, I can tell you from personal experience that it is very, very easy to get caught up in a woman who willingly satisfies your every sexual need every time you meet. And it's a brain thing, like your brain gets more addicted to the dopamine rushes that she delivers with every encounter, and before you know it, your crazy ass is now entertaining thoughts of running away together, whatever fucking ridiculous scenarios your mind stupidly, thinks of in the middle of a sex-fueled psychosis. The best way to avoid this, like I said before, is to limit your time with her. It won't be easy to cut back on her, ball draining techniques, but the less time you spend around her, the less likely you are to get attached. Agree, disagree, anything to add?
Oh man, I completely agree. You almost have to degrade your side chick a little bit.
Oh, and even then, that causes them to like you more, though.
Yeah, it does. Another thing too is don't accept any gifts from side chicks.
Oh, I've made that mistake.
They're gonna want to do that. And I used
to
get Movado watches and and suits, and I used to get cash from women.
Oh damn, chicks. I've never had that kind of. I've had bitches buy me cigarettes or shirts, but never Movado watches or suits. So I guess you're banging high class side chicks.
They're trying to get the #1 spot. So have I taken gifts? I have, but at the same time, I would let them know, like, hey, I appreciate this watch, and I'm gonna take it, but you're not gonna be my main chick. I just need you to know that, you're not gonna be my main chick. Yeah, sorry. So just remember, if you can't be that honest, you're not that in control.
There you go.
Donovan made a really good point there about that hit of dopamine that continues to happen, that chemical release.
Yeah,
you're not really falling for her. You're falling for the release.
The feeling. Yes.
That feeling. Okay. So as long as you know that it's not really her, it's just my body. I'm getting used to my body feeling this way, and the visual stimulation that comes with it. Keep in mind, like Donovan said, side chicks are very they could be very romantic, even like when you're fucking them, they could be kissing you all over.
Oh my god, dude.
I've
fallen for all of this stuff, dude. I've fallen for all this stuff.
Your side chick will kiss you in places your main chick doesn't. She's gonna touch you, and she's gonna look up at you in
Jesus main chick Christ! Oh my god!
So I want you to be prepared for that.
God,
she's gonna do things your main chick doesn't do, and I got 2 words for that. So what?
Oh man, and you have to listen. You gotta be disciplined.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you what, my weakness, my weakness with these side bitches, and this is funny because when I got good with women, I dove in headfirst and made all the fucking mistakes. It's because here's the thing. I figured out, it took me a while to figure out how to sleep with beautiful women, but nobody told me what happens. Okay, so I'm fucking all these beautiful women. Great. But how do you manage that? And I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Dude, I'd be fucking these bitches and I'd be fucking her doggy style, just plowing her, and she would look back at me and I'm like, oh my God, don't look at me. She'd be sucking my dick and look at me like, no, don't look at me. Oh my God, I'm gonna put a hole in your head. I'm telling you, man, these bitches contort in. Oh, dude, it's just thinking about it. It's almost like I'm a drug addict, because side bitches will do whatever you want, and you really, really. And now, again, these days I'm 44. I'm not 34. And if I were to get some sort of great sex from a side bitch or 2 or 3, okay, all right, that was great, but. Listen, man, my main chick gives me the kind of sex I want every time anyway, so I'm not going to be addicted to that. But you have to be disciplined enough not to fall for that, and that takes experience, EO. It's not. I didn't have experience, right? I had 6 months of experience fucking beautiful women. So when I started to get into relationships with these bitches and started having side chicks, dude, I was so fucked up in the game. I didn't know what to do.
See, and I could fuck the sexiest woman on planet Earth right now, and I'll throw her right out the door.
Well, I could do that now. But 10 years ago, oh my God.
You know what? There's one little hack I used to do.
Yeah.
I want to share this real quick.
Go ahead.
You could try to find something wrong with your side chicks,
mm-hmm.
like try to look at her in a certain light, you see her cellulite and shit, you're like, fuck
Okay,
it.
that makes
Only
sense.
gonna hit it. I'm only gonna hit it one more time. Like so like try to like find fault in her. Like try to find something about her that you don't think is all that.
Yeah.
Like it's just a mental thing. It's like my brother used to tell me this. I shouldn't share it. Damn, I shouldn't share
Do
this.
it.
But
Do it.
one time, my brother told me. He said, if in order to get rid of a chick, you got to start like, you got to like. Shit.
You have to simp. You have
said,
to
like,
be
you
a.
have to intentionally.
Yes.
You have to intentionally put her in a position where she'll be undesirable to you.
Yes.
And then experience that with her, and then now you don't want her anymore.
Oh wow, that's not what I expected. That is real game. Holy shit.
Which I've done that before too. Like you could like maybe I don't know, fuck a chick like 3 times like in a row, and then maybe she's like smells to you now, and you're like, ugh. You
Oh,
like
I know what you're talking about.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
I do.
You're on purpose trying to make her undesirable to you.
I used to do this. Here's what I used to do. Here's what I used to do. When I knew, all right, I might start to catch feelings for this girl. I really don't want to be around this girl again. I would give her ass to Mel. That's what I do. Like, I would fuck her in the ass and then make her suck my dick. I'm not going near her after that. That's just all there is. If I take her to the ATM machine, I am never, dude. Every chick that I have given ATM to, never fuck, dude. It was that to me, that's disgusting. I don't care how hot you are. If you allow me to go ATM on you, that's a wrap. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the phone lines. 516-387-1987. There is a caveat. You have only 10 minutes starting now to get on the phone lines. 516-387-1987. When that clock hits zero, if you have not been screened, you will not get on. I know a lot of guys are hesitant because you're waiting for other guys to call, and I understand that. But I can't be on the phones all night long. So if you want to get on the show, if you have a question or a comment, you have 9 minutes and 34, 33, 32, 31 seconds to get in on the phone lines. Commandment number 8, the 8th commandment. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Guys, being ready to walk away at any time, that to me is standard game application, right? But it is magnified tenfold with side chicks. Okay, if you're starting to, and again, you have to trust your instincts. If you get the feeling that things may unravel, get the hell out of there. Okay, and again, females are unstable by nature. Okay, they're never chemically identical from one day to the next. So be prepared for an implosion at any time. Guys, don't freak out. Don't freak out if she starts calling you more or demanding more time. That's perfectly normal, guys. And it always happens in the beginning. You're dicking her down and she wants more. That's part of the gig. You got to handle that. But when she starts talking or floating ideas about a long-term relationship or she's getting careless with the covertness of your affair, guys, you have to hit that eject button immediately and disappears. When she starts exhibiting this behavior, it is only a matter of time before she self-destructs. And guys, I'm telling you, if you're anywhere near her blast radius, she will take you down. I'll tell you a quick story. A friend of mine in Vegas, used to live in Summerlin, had a side chick. He made all kinds of mistakes. She was his coworker, and he fucked her at his house while his wife was out of town. He's fucking her like 4 or 5 days a week, which is a bad idea because you risk getting caught. Plus, fucking her that many times gets you both attached. He made this mistake and tried to end it, but it was way too late. Guess what she did? The bitch showed up at his house and blew everything up. He ended up losing both women. The lease was in the house was in his wife's name. She kicked him out. It was absolutely fucking crazy. EO, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on know when to hold him and know when to fold him?
Yeah, it goes back to my mantra, begins and ends with a man. Like, you literally have to ask a woman that you're about to have a side situation with, like, are you mature enough to be with me sexually? Right. And then literally go home and you're not going to see me again for a month.
There you go.
I need you to you have to prepare her mentally and emotionally, like, for what the two of you are about to embark on.
Right.
Like, it can't be like, hey, I'm gonna go have a lemonade with this chick, and you're like, winking at her, holding her hand. Like, you can't do shit. Like, you literally have to tell her, like, yo, like, I'm letting you know right now, like, you're never gonna be seen out in public with me. Like, this is strictly once, twice a month maximum. Once every 6 weeks we get together.
There you go.
Another great way to get a woman that you see on the side to understand that you're not going to be with her is to encourage her to see other men, and to actually put her on game on how. It's like I used to put women on game on how to get husbands.
Oh,
like if I was seeing a chick that was unmarried, I would talk to her about like what men like, how to wrap up a husband. Like, if you find a guy that the things that you need to do to get a husband. So if you're like gaming her up, like, encouraging her to be testing the market and getting out there and seeing if there's available men, she's gonna understand, like, this is not a guy to fall in love with. This is a guy that fucks me, leads me, and then at some point you gotta give her back to the game and let her go find a husband somewhere, or whatever she's gonna do.
In the immortal words of from the Book of Future, she belongs to the streets. That's just all there is to it, man. She belongs to the streets. Commandment number 9, and this is something that I don't think a lot of guys really talk about. Your side chick better be attractive. Okay, guys, cheating is risky enough. Okay, it could cost you your job. It could cost you a relationship. Sometimes it can even cost you your life in the way of child support. Cheating is high risk, guys. So the risk better be fucking worth it. Listen, man, too many dudes out here risking it all to fuck an ugly girl on the side. Why put your relationship at risk with an ugly bitch, right? Because if you have if you're fucking a girl who's less attractive than your girl, then your girl, see, most women when they catch their men stepping out, if she's more attractive than her, she's not going anywhere. If your side bitch is more attractive than your main chick, and your main chick finds out, she's not going anywhere. Now, listen, she's going to be upset. She's going to cry. She's going to swing on you. She's going to scratch her face. She's going to throw shit at you. I may or may not be talking about me, even though I'm not. But if your girlfriend finds out that you're fucking a woman that is less attractive than she is, that is going to turn her off, and she is out. She is out. If your girl finds out that you're fucking a less attractive girl than her, she'll be pissed, and then she'll lose attraction. EO, what are your thoughts on the attractiveness of your paramour or paramora?
That's true. Number one, if your girl does find out and she finds out it's some big fat bitch down, in 2 towns over.
Yeah, Big Shirley.
She's gonna she's not gonna want to be with you anymore. But I will tell you that some of my side, well, actually, no, all of my side chicks were extremely attractive.
Okay.
But I liked them for different reasons. It wasn't that they were beautiful, but maybe I liked the way their pussy looks, like YouTube chill. But
real talk,
I might
yes.
like this girl. I like this girl's pussy. I like her long legs.
Yes.
So usually I like how she how the sound she makes, I like that she's more vocal, you got to find what it is you like, and then concentrate on that. But I do agree that if you're going to risk having a side chick, that it better be worth it. Now the attractiveness level is going to be up to the man.
Okay.
I would say that it's got to be up to the man. Like, at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck at what my girl thinks. Like, at the end of the day, like, if I'm going to cheat, clearly, if I'm cheating and I'm being deceitful, she's going to be
attractive. Anyway. Right.
Yeah. So, but remember, sometimes guys fall for body parts. They don't always fall for like a face. They fall for like,
ass, titties,
pussy, legs, ass, nipples, her fucking, her blowjob skills. So, yeah, I mean, clearly, if you're going to cheat, make sure it's worth your while.
Yeah, this is one thing I like about Dev, is that Dev is very, very good at knowing how to look good during sex, and it's weird. Don't get me wrong, I love pussy as much as the next man. But these days, and maybe it's because I had a porn addiction in my late 30s, but these days, don't get me wrong, I love fucking, I love how it feels, but sex to me, I like the way sex looks. I like the way it feels, but to me, it's more about the way it looks. This is why I make Devin get tan lines and wear heels and all this other kind of stuff. Devin knows exactly what I like to see while I'm having sex with her, which makes sex a lot better than it could be. Also, you make a very good point. Not all vaginas look the same. A lot of girls say, well, pussy is just pussy. Nah. I've seen some, dude, I have seen some not so easy on the eyes vaginas. I have, like I have seen some, and dude, sometimes, it's weird. Sometimes, like when you're fucking a girl for the first time and all the lights are off and, the pussy's good, and then you see her like over the next couple of days, you're like, oh shit, like that does not look good. That does not look good at all. This is another thing that I like about Devin's vagina happens to be, dude, she doesn't have the meat flaps. It's nice and neat. It looks good. The pubic hair is like exactly the way I like it. Side chicks will do this for you. Okay. Again, this is why you have to make it clear to your main chick what you like. If she wants to reduce the odds of you picking up a side chick, these are the things that are going to have to happen. You guys have 55 seconds to get on the phone lines. We've got a few callers in now, but we are going to go to the 10th and final side chick commandment. This is the most obvious. Gentlemen, don't get caught. If you're a high value guy, okay, your woman knows that other women look at you. Okay, your woman knows that other women want to fuck you, and sometimes they even know when women are fucking you. Okay, she may know that you're stepping out, but if there's no evidence, if you don't bring it home, if there's no STDs, no pregnancies, she sweeps it under the rug if your game is tight. Women who belong to high value men, they understand very, very clearly that you're going to have a side chick or two. Believe it or not, gentlemen, females understand sexual dynamics from a very early age, which means they also have the red mindset without really knowing it. Okay, they know that most of the time, men, we step out mainly for sex. Yes, if her man steps out on her, she finds out it's going to hurt. But in the back of her mind, she knows that you're probably not thinking of replacing her with the chick you're banging on the side. So long as you don't get caught, she will continue to be your main chick. But if you're sloppy and get caught, it can cause serious problems. Case in point, OJ's wife, OJ Simpson's late wife, Nicole Brown Simpson. That is the quintessential example of what can happen when a man is messy with his affairs. Nicole knew OJ was fucking around because he was OJ fucking Simpson. He's a 6'2" ex-football star, movie star looks, Hollywood charisma. Of course he's going to be fucking other women. Nicole knew this and was okay with it until he started throwing it in her face. Women can only take so much of a man throwing it in her face for being sloppy with it, and after a while, Nicole had enough and fucked Marcus Allen, which led to OJ allegedly damn near decapitating her. Females know and understand that as a man of value, you are going to stick your dicks in other chicks. Like it or not, they know it's inevitable and a part of life. So long as you don't fuck side chicks in the bed you sleep in, bring home any diseases, knock anybody up, because now that cuts into her bottom line, she will look the other way and continue to be your girl. EO, what are your thoughts on that last and final commandment?
Couldn't agree more. There's not much to add to that because it was already brilliantly said. The only thing I would tell guys is that if you build your value up so high, you simply just tell a woman from the beginning that, hey, if I want extracurricular sex, I'm going to have it. Like, you just gotta tell her. And let her make a decision. Look, there's been women that I've dated. Like I said, there was a woman that wanted me badly. She wanted to have my children and everything. I mean, wow. She wanted marriage. I mean, this woman wanted everything with me at one time.
She wanted the E and the O, huh?
I mean, I just didn't want to. I just wasn't ready to give it. I just had too many women, and
sure.
I was at that point. I just wasn't going to give them all up at that time. But she would have accepted me fucking women a couple times a year, whenever I wanted that experience. She would have accepted it. She was actually gaming me up how to do it, which was kind of cool. Keep in mind, guys, there's some women out there that have really good game, so they could actually put you on game too. So just remember, some girls have some game, and they could teach you a thing or two. But I would say that if you build your value up enough, that just tell the woman, hey, listen, if you earn a number one spot with me, by all means, you'll be my girl. But I am going to exercise options if I want to. Just know that I'm
Good.
going to. You don't have to worry. I'm not sloppy about it. I'm clean as fuck on everything. See, and a woman trusts you. Like,
Yes.
if she sees how clean you are
Yes.
in managing
Yes.
your life, managing the relationship, leading the relationship, and how you manage stuff, she'll know. Like, okay, I'll never know. He's not gonna fall in love with her. He
Yep.
barely loves me.
Yep.
Like, he barely loves me. How's he
Right.
gonna fall in love? That's another. See, like when your girl knows like you're not in it for love, like you may love her, but it's really a woman's job to fall in love.
Of
It's not
course.
a man's
Of
job
course.
to fall in love. It's the woman's job to fall in love. And so, you can love her, don't fall in love with her. Well, when your woman knows that, like, my man doesn't fall in love and shit, she knows you're not gonna fall in love with a side chick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's get to the phone lines. Let's go to Jay Blaze in Maine. Jay Blaze, you're on live with Donovan and EO. What's your comment or question?
Before I begin, I just want to thank both of you for elite level game and everything you're doing for the Manosphere.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Well, listen, I love doing this show, man. This is great.
Yeah, it's so fun. Now we have so much in common, man.
Dude, I swear to God.
So, say things get super stale with your main chick. Do you leave some breadcrumbs for your side chick to create competitive anxiety with your main chick?
That's a good question. EO, I think I've got my thoughts on that. See, my thoughts are, and I remember, EO, you talked recently, you did an excellent podcast, Make Your Girl Cry at least twice a month. And the weird thing is, and I feel bad because I care for Devin, I make her cry twice a month anyway, without even really trying. Just because that's just who I am. Like, dude, I got on her a couple of weeks ago about something. She, then the tears or whatever, I come up here, I slam the door, and then everything is okay. But as far as breadcrumbs are concerned, if your value is high enough, Jay Blaze, your woman will know. She'll know that you could possibly fuck other chicks. And I'll tell you this. If things are getting stale, that could be a sign that she might be getting comfortable. And a woman who is comfortable in a relationship is a woman who doesn't think that you can or will go and fuck other chicks or replace her should she get out of pocket. EO, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would say that I would challenge this man's sex appeal.
Okay.
Because just remember, if you go out in public, like if I go out in public with SNO, okay, she's seeing women talk to me. She's seeing women, how they look at me.
Yep.
And I engage with women. So I would encourage you to talk to other women in front of your girl.
Oh, yes.
Not because you're trying to flirt, not because you're trying to, connect and have a side piece later, but because you're assertive.
Right.
Okay. So like if I have a server, I'm out with SNO, and when I have a server, and her name is Cynthia, I'm going to say, hello, Cynthia. Thank you for taking care of us today.
Right.
She's going to have, the white spinach queso,
That's right.
no pico. I got all the meals down.
There you go.
And so she's going to see like how you engage, and she's going to know like this motherfucker could replace me at any time.
That's right. That's right.
Your woman, if you got that sex appeal and you're assertive and you're socially calibrated and you know how to move and shit, like your girl's always seeing, like your girl, while you're eating your cheeseburger, okay, I just want you to know this. While you're cutting into your cheeseburger or whatever, cutting into something, your girlfriend is looking at how other women are looking at you.
Oh, yes.
So your women see everything. She sees if a woman ain't paying you no mind.
That's right.
Okay. And now she puts her jogging pants on and gets fat and shit.
There you go.
And, because nobody wants your ass.
There you go.
But you have to always be fly. Every year you got to be more fly, better game, more money, sexier looking dude.
That's right.
I mean, I'm sexier today, according to me, than I was 5 years ago.
Dude, listen, I look better now at 44 than I ever did at 34 or even 24. And that's according to everybody. I'll tell you a quick story. Last Christmas, around the Christmas holiday, we actually spent Christmas in North Carolina, back in 2020. And Dev and I were at the South Point Mall, beautiful mall, and we walked into a store. I forget, but there's this young, pretty thing behind the counter, and I forgot what I was wearing. But she asked, I think I had something about me. She asked me, Devin is right there. She's like, "Hey, are you in the military?" And my response to her was, well, what makes you think I'm in the military? She's like, well, you're kind of hot and you have tattoos. And you just kind of have this military vibe. That's what she said. I was like, oh, okay, well, I said, you're very perceptive. She says, oh, so you're in the military? I was like, no, never. My brother and father were in the military. She's like, oh, you look like you were in the military. Don't discourage girls from flirting with you. The girl was hitting on me. She saw Devin right there. And just like EO said, your woman, dude, and we're men. We're very perceptive, but women are even more perceptive. And we're not looking at pussy all the time. We like if we go somewhere, we're trying to get some shit done. Your woman is keenly aware of how every woman looks at you. Dude, Dev and I went to Macy's today, and we're walking through Macy's, and I'm just oblivious as hell. 5 or 10 steps in, she grabs and holds my hand. Why does she do that? Because she sees all the bitches turning and looking at this 6'2" black guy with tattoos walking around like he owns the place. That's why. And I'm not a big time hand holder, but hey, listen, if she wants to mate guard, let her mate guard. So don't discourage women from flirting with you, Jay Blaze, number one. Number two, if things are getting stale, I agree with EO. If things are getting stale, it's because she's getting comfortable. And if she's getting comfortable, she doesn't think that other women are attracted to you. I'll give you the last word.
No, yeah, go, yeah, him, yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to thank you, and I was just going to hang up.
Thank you, Jay Blaze, in Maine, longtime supporter of mine. Apollo in Pittsburgh, what's going on, man? So you want to talk about a dopamine rush banging a married woman? Oh my God, you're speaking my language. Talk about it, man.
All right, first I want to say hello, Donovan. Hello, EO. How's it going, guys?
Doing good, man. Doing real good.
What's up, bro?
All right. But, as I talked to you, Donovan, before about the married woman I was seeing for about 6 months.
Yes.
And, that was my first time ever doing that. And like you guys described perfectly, it's that kind of rush, when you're banging her, and it's just like she's just putty in your hands, willing and able to do everything and anything that you want, even where I talked to you about where she was trying to set up a threesome with me, her, and another friend.
I remember that. Yes. Yep. Listen, Mary, and somebody actually said in the Sharp Stream comments, let me see if I can find it. It might have actually been you, Apollo. Something about, so Damian Hanna says, so Jay Blaze says, Black Man Yellow Cab book was a black guy in Japan. All those bitches were oppressed because their husbands never fucked them. That's just kind of how that goes. When you're when you're banging a wife, dude, wives don't fuck their husbands. They just don't. The average American wife does not fuck her average American husband. So when you get a hold of her, she's gonna do whatever the fuck you want because she wants to keep that dick. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that, EO?
No, I think it's correct. I also think there's something about human nature that we're attracted to deceitful acts.
Yes.
I mean, anything deceitful, it's exciting, it's exhilarating, and what becomes the norm and mundane is you just don't want it anymore. It's like anything. See, but you got to think about it in all aspects. See, me, I'm not going to pedestalize pussy. Like even if I play a new video game, I mean that's a rush. If I go on a new roller coaster, that's a rush. Like so, you got to instead of tagging it and making it about women, you got to think about it like this is a new experience. And so I'm just enjoying a new experience. But like anything, all experiences get old.
They do. No matter, and it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same with anything that you have that's new. If you were, how can I put this? If you were to buy a Lamborghini, listen, that's great. But at some point, the Lamborghini, I don't want to say that would get old, but you'd get used to that. If you bought a 17-bedroom mansion, it'd be great for a while, but at some point, it would become, I don't want to say boring, but it would become normal. Well, it's the same thing with pussy. It's never going to be as exciting as it was, the first time. Really the only key, and I don't want to get off topic here, the key is to have your woman do whatever it is you want her to do. Apollo, I'll give you the last word, my friend.
Just wanted to say how these, apply for the, like you said, side chick. Is there a way, I guess they seem like they could also apply, me, I'm doing casually dating. How could they apply to a casual dater such as myself? Let's just jump off and listen to you guys, if you can explain that, and appreciate the information.
Absolutely. Thank you, Apollo, for calling, and I'll see you on the Zoom call tomorrow. So I guess he's asking, and I think we might have addressed this a little earlier. What kind of rules do you have for just casually dating? Do you apply the side chick rules when you're casually dating? What are your thoughts? For me, maybe a few rules, but not all of them. Your thoughts?
Well, if I'm not in a relationship with anyone, there's been no arrangement, no promises made, nothing like that. I still have to have my side chicks working for me. Like she's got to bring some sort of outside of the bedroom value. I cannot as a man give dick away for free. I cannot do it. Like I value myself too much, my sexual performance, even my wisdom. Like I'm not even gonna give game to a dumb bitch. She ain't gonna do nothing with it, bro. It's gonna go right over her head, and she's gonna
or right through her head.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, you have to like really probe and kind of like peg who you're dealing with and say, okay, what kind of value does this person bring me?
Right.
And then you got to decide, like, is this a one-time fuck? There's been beautiful women that I fucked in the past that I fucked one time, but I could tell this broad has no skills.
Yep.
She can't bring me any value, and I never fucked her again.
Yep.
Like, so you got to, every man has to decide, like, am I going to get value from her? You cannot just fuck women for free.
Right.
You cannot.
Yes.
This is why they are the way they are. I mean, you cannot. I mean, value yourself, value your sexual performance.
Absolutely.
And value your time. So get something out of every woman that you're dealing with. She's got to bring something.
The more experience you have with women, the less willing you are to fuck for free. That's just how that goes. Right. Dude, I was giving away dick like Halloween candy when I was living in Vegas, but a funny thing happens when you start to get good with women and you want to improve other parts of your life. You simply don't have time to put as much effort into chasing ass. That's just how this goes. So I agree. I like the concept of never fucking for free, even with Dev. And dude, she'll be watching this. I don't care. Sometimes, and this is weird because Devin is super horny in the morning. Like, she's super duper horny in the morning. I fucked her in the morning maybe 3 times, and they were all this year. We are not morning sex people, right? I like fucking at night. I don't like fucking in the morning because then, it fucks up the rest of my day. It's just, dude, I'm 44. I blow my load, and I'm trying to fuck at night. The point is there have been mornings, I wanted to fuck Dev, but you know what? I'm not fucking for free. I got shit to do. Not that I didn't want to fuck her, but you can't just give your woman dick every time and any time she wants it. And I tell her this all the time. If you want dick, okay, if you really want dick, you got to show me you want dick. If I'm in my studio or if I'm downstairs, if you are really wanting to get dick down, you know what you need to do. You need to straighten that hair, put on the hoops, put on the heels, and some fucking hoop earrings, maybe a slutty necklace, whatever the case may be, a choker, and walk into wherever I'm at. I will dick you down because you put in the effort. But don't let your bitch get away with wearing, t-shirts and or sweatpants and just giving you pity sex. Don't fuck your woman just because she wants you to fuck her. Only fuck her when you want to fuck her.
Real talk. And one other thing that I wanted to say, where was it at? Where there was something really important. Fuck, it was right on the tip of my tongue. There was something you said. It'll come back to me.
About Dev being horny in the morning?
No, it was there was some. Oh, I'm gonna say something here that's probably gonna bother a lot of men.
Let's
do
it.
I'm not trying to upset you, but I gotta say this.
Let's do it.
This entitlement and this delusional thinking that women have, I blame men for it.
Of course.
You give them everything. You give them everything for nothing. You don't require their best.
That's right.
You don't have a standard. You want to fuck them all the time. They know you're thirsty. When you got women begging you for dick, now you're doing something.
There you go.
Okay. When you got them working for you, they got to do 3 jobs before they can even see you. Okay. They got to do things for you in order to even see you, to even have the potential to get dick.
Right.
I mean, this is when you extract the best out of a woman. So I'm going to tell you right now, the women are the way they are because of men. I'm saying that right now. So if you can put more value on yourself, on your time, on your attention, on your sexual performance, on your wisdom, even being next to you, like, women will bring you their best if you do that.
I totally agree. if you don't value your time and your energy, your woman won't value it either. That's just all there is to it. Devin, Dev knows I'm up here. I'm not up here just looking at screens. When I'm here, I'm working all the time. And like, it gets to a point to where I have to keep myself from coming in here, because if I come in here, I'm going to find something to do. I actually have to start getting into the habit of, when I wake up in the morning, I got to grab my coffee and go right down to the gym, because if I come, all right, I'm going to get in the studio for 10 minutes, I'm going to post something, 3 hours later, I'm like, fuck, I got to work out late again today. Your woman has to know and understand where you come from in terms of time. Gear with the $5 California super chat says, my girlfriend thought I was controlling her because someone from her old school asked to have her Snapchat, and my girlfriend said no because she's with me, SMH. That's not controlling. That's just her making a decision. Girls don't want controlling men. They want men who are in control. And if you make it clear to your woman before you commit to her that I don't date women who are on Snapchat, I don't date women who are on social media, well, at that point, if she gets on social media or Snapchat, then she becomes a woman that you don't date. So you're not dumping her. She really dumped herself. It's really that simple. Great show tonight, EO. Give your closing thoughts on this topic and tell the people where they can find you.
To that last point too, it's too late to find like Donovan Sharp at the middle of your relationship and then try to bring in new rules. It's too late. It has to be done at the beginning, and then it has to be maintained all the way through.
Yep.
So just remember that, guys. If you don't like the way your relationship is going, it's because you fucked it up.
Yep.
And so you're better off just to end it, get some game, get some knowledge, get a mentor, and then start over. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. So anyway, good show tonight. I loved your 10 side chick commandments.
Yes.
Respect to you for that. I want to say, Donovan, I admire your work ethic. You work extremely hard.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
And it's always great to unite with you on Saturday nights. And so we hope you enjoyed this show. I'm Coach EO. You can find me. All you got to do is search Coach EO. You'll see my big head pop up. And so I do a few different series. I do Leading the Relationship. I got Killing the Simp season 3 coming back next month. In addition to some other things that I do. So I hope to provide value, and you can visit me at my website, championgamecoaching.com, and also follow me on Instagram, CoachEO_ChampionGame.
Perfect. EO, thank you once again for contributing to this. I look forward to next week's show as well as the 6th tomorrow, man.
See. Yep. Appreciate it. I look forward to the show, man. You guys have a good evening. Thank you,
All
Don.
right, guys. Take care. Coach Everett Overton, making his way in as usual. Listen, EO is he's one of the best there is, man. He really, really is. I love doing the show. I love doing the show with him. And you want to know something? I think, and I do a lot of different shows. I do the 6. I'm gonna do. Jay Blaze. Yeah, very good call by Jay Blaze. That was a very good question. By the way, but I really like doing the. I know you guys love it because these shows don't get as many live viewers and views as my regular daily shows. But I'll tell you what, the guys who do watch us, you guys love ELG. You guys love elite level game because this is really at its core. This is like hardcore red mindset type stuff, man. So I'm very glad to have linked up with EO, man. He's one of the most solid guys I know. Thank you guys very much for tuning into the show. Thank you to Gear with the $5 Canadian dollar super chat. Also, thank you to Jashawn Harris with the $5 super chat, REI 12 Figures with the $5 super chat, Dalton Turner, member for a couple months. I certainly appreciate his contribution to the show. Thanks to Jay Blaze and Apollo for calling in and making us think and putting stuff out there. I am Donovan Sharp. This has been Elite Level Game. I will see you guys tomorrow evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the 6th. I will see my patrons tomorrow